Hi everyone, it's Jeannie again, and I am back with a couple of layouts to share. And so I thought I would do that. I was wanting to put these away and I realized I never made a video on them. So I thought I would show them to you, just a quick video. So this first one is a companion to another layout I made with a trip to Austin, Texas when I went to visit my son. And I think I showed you that one already. But this is one of the new collections that I got from Echo Park, and it's called, let's see if I can find it real quick, I'm unprepared. It is called, let's see, it's, of course I have the name covered up. But this is the Let's Take a Trip is what it's called. So this was the paper pack. I accidentally bought two of these, but this was the one that I used for this layout. And so it's very, very simple. I used just strips of the paper in the background, and then I had two portrait size photos that I actually matted in black. And then these stickers that you see here, these are Jolie's stickers that I've had for actually a while. These Texas stickers, and I've used them on various bits and parts on other layouts. This is a really old tag from, I think, Maya Road, if you remember Maya Road. So there's that, and then I had also pulled out, these are old Amy Tan little puffies, and so I used a camera and a heart off of that. And then this, I don't even think it has branding on it, but this was just an old cardstock stickers I found in my stuff as I was cleaning out, and the colors worked well with this, so that's where the Love This came from. And again, these Jolie stickers. And probably the funniest part of this layout is you see these little shopping carts. Those came out of a Heidi Swapp sticker book. This it's actually for planning. I'm hoping the camera. I'm trying to use my new tripod, but yeah. So this is actually for planning, and I found these little shopping cart stickers in here. Like I'm assuming you would use those when you were going grocery shopping, like on your calendar. But I used them in this layout because I don't know if you can see here, but it's titled HEB BBQ because we actually were there's a barbecue restaurant in one of the HEB grocery stores. It was a brand new state-of-the-art HEB grocery stores in Texas. If you've ever been to Texas, you might have been to an HEB. They're fabulous stores. But anyway, but they also have a cart lift. So you ride up on the escalator and your cart rides up on an escalator. So that was kind of a fun part. I'd never seen that before. So I just backed those little stickers and put them onto, and it worked out good because it worked out well because there's no green in this collection, but there was green in these Texas stickers. So I was able to bring in that little lime green of those. So I just thought that was a fun little thing to add to my clusters. This is a chipboard from the collection, and then like I said, those little Amy Tan stickers. And then these little black dots that you see were actually dots on the thickers. These are foam thickers that I used. Do I have those nearby? And these are really old, you guys. They are called Bright. So, and they're foam stickers. It looks like I maybe got them at, oh my gosh, what was the name of that craft store that closed? Not Joanne. It was one we had out here that would mark stuff down with these bright orange stickers. And so, but there was a bunch of these little dots, just like these little what are these, commas or whatever. So, so yeah, so I just use those off of here. And they're probably periods, I guess, but I actually just put those in my clusters, just like you would use enamel dots. So anyway, so that is my first layout. And like I said, I have a companion that actually has pictures of me and my son to go with this. So there's that. And then this one is one that I just, let me see if I'm in frame. It looks like it. And this is from the collection Beach Town, also from, this is a Cartabella, I think. And this was one of my favorite papers that had this, just the beach kind of in the surf in the corner. And my brother was visiting, we live near the beach, and my brother was visiting. And so he loves to go to the beach. He lives in Indiana, so no beaches there. And so he always wants to go to the beach when he's here, and he came through in March on a work trip. And so that was a great excuse to use my new collection. And so I just did a really easy kind of grid formation here, and then I used a lot of the elements. I have some sequins on here. I used some orange photo corners. This label is a Heidi Swapp, I think from Set Sail. This is a sticker from the sticker book. There's a little bit of chipboard on here as well, these little chipboard stars. And it said California in the book, the sticker book, and family. And then this is another one of those Heidi Swapp labels that came in the Set Sail. So yeah, so that was my my other layout. And as I was working on this one, I've seen so many scrapbookers say that they have a really hard time using papers that have like a printed focal element on them, or like a printed border, or that kind of thing. And you guys, I use these a lot. I use them all the time, and I think I'm halfway decent at it. So I thought I might, if anybody's interested, I thought I might do a little series, or at least show, gather up the layouts I have together with these types of papers that have like a design printed on them, rather than just, or a scene, or a wreath, or a border, that sort of thing. I thought I might do a little series on using those, because I have some of my favorite layouts are papers like that. That I've used, and so I thought I might do a little series if anybody's interested. So let me know in the comments if you're interested in a little bit of at least some examples, maybe not a tutorial, but some examples of what it's like to use these specialty papers that have a focal element on them, and I would be happy to do that. So anyway, I have done a teeny tiny bit of shopping. Not a lot. I got a clearance paper pad at Michael's, and well, I guess I could just show it to you. And it's not one that I've seen people show, and it is kind of a weird paper pack, but I'll show you why I got it. A couple of reasons. It's this one called Everyday Fun by Craftsmith. And you guys, I don't know, my Michaels isn't really that old, but I have not been able to find any of their Halloween papers. I really wanted the Craftsmith, the pink Halloween one, and it's not at my stores. It doesn't look like you can order it on the app. So I don't know if my store never got them. I don't know if they all sold out really fast. I'm not really sure, but anyway, I have not been able to find it. So, in fact, I did place a couple of orders with some Halloween collections. Not like I need any, but I did go ahead and place an order. But I did go ahead and get this one. It was on clearance for like, I think it was $4. And a couple of reasons why I got it. It's kind of a weird concept, but there are a few papers in here I really like. I'm going to turn it to the side so you can see, but I love this one. I mean, it's pink on pink with pink hearts, and there's 2 of each. I could use this all day. This one is a little bit weird. It's got gold bananas and a navy, kind of a royal blue. I don't know, I might be able to do a page about my rabbit. He loves bananas, and so I might be able to do a bunny page with that, but I don't know what I'll do with that. But I also liked this one for, I thought the sentiments were cute, and I love anything with like eggs and toast, and because I've found some things like that. But there is the Go Bananas, the little charm bracelet, Sweet Vibes. I mean, these are, and these look almost like painted or drawn. So there's that one, but I also liked this one. You guys have high school pictures to do of my kids, and their school colors were orange and this royal blue color. And so, and a lot of them have like pencils and kind of school stuff. So I thought I could maybe use some of these as I'm working on finishing up the high school layouts. And here's kind of an orangey gold. This would probably work for some high school pages. Again, this one, I don't know, a little bit weird. It's kind of a red with all these gold foods on them. I'm not sure if and when I'll use that one, but and then this, I don't know, it's a interesting color palette. Not my favorite, but I might be able to find a use for it. These are kind of fun with the foods on them. I don't hate these. These would be cute for a 6x6 pages or a little mini album potentially. You could use those. Again, here's more bananas. I don't know why there's so many bananas in this. But like I said, I might be able to use these for pages for my bun. And then the borders are kind of cute. I mean, the pencil borders are cute. Paper clips, heart border. Lots of these I could use for, like I said, school layouts. Here are those pencils again. I think that could be used. Here's a pink, just kind of, and this is kind of etched, almost like a chalkboard. And then here's those charm bracelets with all the little icons on them, which I think are, in a way, are kind of cute. Don't know what if and when I'll use that, but this is what I'm talking about on those feature pages in terms of how to use them or how I've used them in the past. I'm no expert, but then there's these scallops. That you could almost do like a mermaid page with that. Here's a gold border. Again, I could, a feature page with something like this would be good. This one has the eggs on it. And then here are like icons you can cut out. And again, eggs, toast, different foods. Fun. Just a gold chain with a kind of a purpley red color. That's really an interesting color. You don't see it a lot. And then this one, again, this is the school color, the high school color of my kids. So I figured I could use these. Here's those icons again. Super fun. And then more big cut aparts that could also be used for school. Almost like school lunches and stuff. Here's those scales again in the orange and pink. And so, and here's the hearts in like a forest green. So again, unusual. Again, that plaid, not my favorite, but maybe there'd be a use for it. And so that's it. So I grabbed those, and then I just grabbed it because there were a few papers in there I thought I could use. And then I also placed an order with Cartwright sequins because I needed them. Actually, if you watched my last video, I believe my last one was on the felt stocking that I started. It was a felt tube video because I started a Busilla felt stocking kit for my granddaughter. But in that kit, there were a couple of the sequins colors that were either, they were really like the color was rubbed off of them. They just didn't look good, or there wasn't enough. And so I decided to just get my own rather than the company's. Busilla is wonderful, or Plaid is wonderful about replacing sequins, but I am kind of under a time crunch. I really want to have the stocking done by Christmas, and I didn't know if the sequins they would send me would be as kind of brushed out and faded as the ones that were in the kit. And like I said, I knew there weren't enough of them because I cut them. So I placed an order with Cartwright sequins, and because I didn't want to just buy one little bag of sequins and I wasn't exactly sure the right color, so I placed an order. And you'll see a lot of brown in here because those were the sequins I was trying to replace, were brown sequins. And I think it's really hard to read the color because it's kind of on the back of these. This one's coffee. What color is this? Coffee. So yeah, so none of these are the ones I decided to use. I had one other brown one. These ones are cocoa and these ones are coffee, and I got them in 5mm and 3mm because I wasn't sure, or 6 and 4 because I wasn't sure the size of the sequins in the kit, but I did get one. It's in with my stocking stuff, but I did get one that I'm using to replace the brown ones. And then I got, let's see here, I got some of this really pretty, this is the confetti, and this one's called Moonshine, and it's just a confetti, and I like to put sequins and confetti on things. So I got that, and then I just got a bunch of their 3mm, you guys, these are the teeny tiny little sequins, and some of them are cupped and some of them are slightly cupped and some of them are flat. So this is a clear, oh, what's this one, clear glossy. This one is a light gray, but it's iridescent, and I got a bunch of the different finishes just to see what they were. So, and I got some of the mixes too. So here's a mix of the cupped iridescent. What are these? These are the another mixed color and a different finish, like a shiny finish. And then these ones are flat iridescent mix. So I got several of the mixes just to kind of see the different finishes. Here's the mirrored finish. And then I also got just a real pretty iridescent, teeny tiny medium pink, slightly cupped, and these are, like I said, 3mm, so they're tiny. So that's really, and here's the website. So, and they have beautiful, their sequins are beautiful. So really high quality. There's not a lot of like those little circles in there from the centers and things like that. So I got that as well. Or I got those as well, and so that was my little haul. I do have an order coming from scrapbook.com, and also one from, oh my goodness, what's the, it's the dye company. I can't think of it. I'll show it to you. I'll make a video when stuff gets here. But anyway, that's all for me. I hope you're getting some crafting done, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.